Hello everyone, it's Rachel with Rachel's Remedies. Today I'm going to be giving my honest opinion about alternate day fasting, my results, and if I would ever do it again. Okay, so thank y'all so much for coming. I know some of y'all want me to do another homeschool video. I'll probably do one next week. However, it's been 30 days and I've done alternate day fasting this month. Every other day I fasted. Talk about my results and the thing that kept me going. So one of the things, my background, love fasting, totally believe in it. I've done lots of like 21 day, 3 day, 7 day. I've never done an alternate day fast, and I heard about this through Jess at Keto Rewind. I will put her videos down below. Really loved her. She's very inspirational and has lost over 100 pounds doing all kinds of things, but mainly the keto diet and then some fasting. And then the other person loved was Dr. Wendy Pelz. Definitely look her up if you're a female and you're interested in fasting. It is so inspirational. She has a lot of science behind fasting and why every female over 40 should fast. Look up Dr. Wendy Pelz. I'll link her down below. So let's get right into it. So this time on my fast, I did something different. I actually journaled because I was going to be doing a whole month of fasting and I was going to be doing a schedule. So I journaled, and I will say one of the biggest helpers this month was my scratch and sniff donut stickers. I give myself a sticker once I finished a fasting day. That was motivational. I also had a friend, Priscilla, she fasted with me. And I loved having the journal. So on fasting days, I have an F. On eating days, I'm an eat. I don't recommend putting the F's and the E's in a whole month. I actually recommend doing it maybe 1 week at a time because you may realize, hey, wait a minute, Sunday, Aunt Jody's coming and I want to eat because I'm going to be making this big dinner. So I'm going to fast an extra day, like Friday, Saturday, so I can eat Sunday or whatever. Priscilla and I did alternate day fasting ourselves, and then Jess on Keto Rewind was having a weight stall. She's been at like 185 for 3 months, and so she started doing an alternate day fast challenge the month of October, and finally her weight stall has moved and the scale is moving. So she is so excited about that. I really recommend writing down, measure your waist, measure your hips, measure your thighs, and take your weight, even if you hate seeing the numbers, because you're gonna love how far and how quickly they move with your alternate day fast. The other thing I highly recommend is writing down why you're fasting. So I'm gonna tell you all the reasons why I'm fasting, and they're very different for me than maybe you or someone else on YouTube. Number one reason, I've been pre-diabetic before and diagnosed with pre-diabetes, went on the keto diet. It completely eliminated diabetes for me, and all of my numbers, I was being closely monitored by a doctor for 2 years. They could not believe my blood from the keto diet. They were just so impressed with my adrenal glands, my liver, everything was improving. Was pretty closely monitored for a couple years. 2 more years, I had like fast forward 2 years, was cheating, but still feeling pretty great, but gaining weight. And so the big place I was gaining weight was in my waist. And your waistline is telling you if you're getting diabetic. So for a woman, 34-inch waist, big no-no, you're diabetic. Man, 40-inch waist, you're probably pre-diabetic. So most of America is either diabetic or pre-diabetic. And if you go to a regular doctor, not like a homeopathic doctor or something, their numbers are much more generous before they diagnose you with diabetes. So my doctor was like, you are pre-diabetic, here is some metformin, go get on a paleo diet, jog 6 miles a day, get the weight off, whatever you need to do. So the paleo diet wasn't for me. So pre-diabetes was my issue before I even started this journey 4 or 5 years ago. And then I started cheating and my waist was getting bigger. So once my waist starts getting bigger, that's a problem. That means I'm going back to being pre-diabetic again. So my waistline and that measurement was actually more important to me than my weight. Weight is not in my list. I wanted my waist to get smaller by about 6 inches. So I have that. And then number 2 was eczema. My skin is my meter. When my health is not as good, my skin breaks out. A pimple is a level 1, eczema is a level 5. Sirens, you need to stop doing this, whatever you're doing. Whether it's eating like a whole pound of chocolate a day, whatever it is, you're emotionally eating, you're falling off the wagon. So I had fallen off the wagon, and I realized I was eating emotionally, and that I was turning to food for comfort, food for happiness, food for anger, food for stress, and kind of lying to myself. So doing this alternate day fasting, I don't want to be pre-diabetic. I want my waist to be 6 inches smaller. So write these things down so that when you're fasting, you can go back to your list and be like, oh, this is when it gets hard in a fast. You're like, why am I doing this again? You're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna, like well, there was one day there's only 2 days it was really hard out of the 30 I wanted to break the fast. And one of the days I looked at my list and the eczema was like, no, I have to keep going. I don't want to have this eczema. So the eczema, I was itching so bad, I was bleeding on the sheets, and that's when it's like, okay, wake up call. Feel more in control of my eating habits, less dependent on food for comfort, to get my system to a balanced place so that I don't have eczema. So those are my reasons for fasting. Then my second page and my journaling was, these are things I'm gonna do instead of eating. Like if I feel stressed and it's a fasting day, I want to walk, read, write, pet the dog, talk to the kids. There's a lot of things I can do that are de-stressors. Sewing is one. Vacuuming. Wow, I love to vacuum. So those are things that help de-stress me. And if I needed ideas, instead of like going to the refrigerator, I would go to my list and be like, oh, I could do this. I'll take a bath or whatever. So that was my journal. And the really important thing that kept me going was, it's almost like a vision board for why are you doing this? Because there's going to be days if you don't have a reason or a vision board, you're just going to break the fast. So the second thing about the month was Jess on Keto Rewind, and this really helped me dive in. She gave a drink schedule. So the drink schedule was like my happy moment when I realized I can do this. So this is Jess's drink schedule. 8 a.m. black coffee, 11 a.m. water with a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, a pinch of salt, a little bit of lemon juice, and ice. Like a big tall, like an iced tea, except like iced apple cider vinegar. Then at 1 p.m. she would do a mineral water, there's no sweetener or anything, just mineral water. And then 3 p.m. she gave herself a treat and she would do coffee. She would make a tall enough coffee in the morning. She couldn't drink all of it. So she would save it. And in the afternoon, mix in some keto collagen, which I will show a picture of. And she would mix in the keto collagen and then add ice to it and have this kind of nice creamy iced coffee. And the keto collagen is huge to her. She's lost over 100 pounds with no saggy skin, and she owes it all to keto collagen. And I think it's called Perfect Keto. And she will not skip a day of eating her collagen and is a great salesman for it. If you want the Perfect Keto collagen that Jess likes, go to her videos linked below, and you can probably get a coupon under one of her videos. Okay, so having a drink schedule on fasting days, I can totally do this. So the other thing was, when I did my journal, like for the month of September, when I watched some videos, it kind of got me inspired. And my first couple weeks planning ahead, like I would write words kind of big, like, okay, plan ahead. Like know how you're gonna break your fast on your feasting days, know what you're gonna drink, have your drinks out on your fasting days. So that's what, and then my pages where I would have my food kind of planned out and my drinks planned out. That really helped me the first 2 weeks. After the first 2 weeks, I didn't have to plan as much. I was really settled into the fasting days and the feasting days, and really into a nice groove. I could make it through the fasting without hyperventilating. Exercise. I was not very good on exercise. I only walked some of the days. I love doing kettlebells. Just haven't gotten back into my kettlebell groove. Did it a few days, push-ups a few days, but really I did not exercise. But I will say, for my results, I lost 12 pounds. Let me get out my numbers for my inches. My inches really are my main thing. And I honestly, if I lose 45 pounds and I don't lose those inches, I'm gonna keep going. I don't think that'll happen, but my waist was at 33 inches, and I was getting some muffin top there, and it got down to 30 inches. So I lost 3 inches off my waist in 4 weeks. My hips were 40, and now they are 38 inches. So I've lost 2 inches off my hips, and then off my thighs, I've lost 3 inches off my thighs. Wow. I thought my thighs looked pretty good before, but anyway, that is the results for me after the 30 days of alternate day fasting. I'm fasting now. So I ate dinner at 5 p.m. At 6 p.m. the bell dinged for me. Now, this whole month I did 12 noon eat, 7 p.m. done eating, and then 7 p.m. start my fast. The other thing, there is a free app on your phone. I think it's called Simple. There's a couple of free apps that you download, and when you start your fast, you say, go, I've started my fast. And I love the apps because you sleep, so that's free fasting. By the time I wake up in the morning, I will have already fasted. Like, I started early tonight, so I started at 6. So by 10 a.m. tomorrow, I'm 16 hours into my fast. Wendy Pelz, Dr. Wendy Pelz, if you're over 40 and you're female, definitely watch Dr. Wendy Pelz's videos. Her YouTube videos tell you hour by hour what is going on in your body, how your body is repairing itself while you're fasting, renewing, youth renewing, healing. Like if I have eczema and it doesn't clear up, I'm giving myself 2 more weeks, then I will do an extended fast, because between 3 to 5 days of fasting, you're getting serious healing. If you have something that will not leave your body, that fast will probably break it off of you. And I've gotten a lot better. Like, I was itching every 20 minutes, and at social situations, I look like a dog in heat. I was just like, but I have gone to itching once a day. So once a day, I kind of like itch my ankles. That's where my eczema is. And the skin is starting to clear a little bit. It's been 4 weeks. I'm really happy with that. Okay, let's talk about your fasting days. So it's 6 o'clock now. 6 o'clock tomorrow night will be 24 hours, and I will keep going until Tuesday at noon. So this is Sunday. Tuesday at noon, I get to eat lunch. I will eat lunch, and then at around 6 o'clock, I'll eat dinner. By 7, let's wrap up the dinner, and then I start my fast again. My eating was not good this month. I feel like I cheated still. There were days when I gorged, like I was eating from 12 to 7, like the whole 7 hours. But every fasting day kind of like broke that off of me. Now after 1 month of doing it, I'm going into month 2. That's getting less and less. I'm not like craving as much. I actually really want to stay keto during my feasting days. It's really important not to get hard on yourself. If you have a bad day, start your fast the next day and be like, okay, we're going again. Now, when I do my feasting days, I am doing keto. So if you don't do keto, you're just a little hungrier. Your stomach may growl a little bit more because carbs make you hungrier, and keto doesn't really let you have carbs. But there are some people who do the ADF, and they've done it for over a year. And on the feasting days, they eat kind of normal, and then go into a fasting day for, it's around, my fasting day I think goes to 39 hours. Last point, and I'm going to include this point because I'm probably going to do homeschool stuff next week, is if, what happened to me was did the month, did great, lost weight, lost inches, less itching, like a lot of boxes are checked. And then I'm rolling into, I'm gonna do another month of this. And who knows, I may do it for the rest of my life. I feel so on top of it. I feel so good when I'm fasting. I will say I'm a little hungover after I eat. The next day after eating, I'm hungover. The next day after fasting, I feel so good when I wake up. I got a Keto Mojo. That is a little glucose meter. It's a little package and it has all the testing strips, the little thing that pricks your finger. It tells you where your glucose levels are. Because I've been diagnosed with prediabetes before, I know that I need to be checking glucose levels a little bit and really figuring out, okay, what causes my spikes. So for 1 month I did the drink schedule, and now I'm going to the second month, and my challenge for myself is to test my glucose and my ketone levels to see how in ketosis I am, what's causing glucose spikes, if any. And it's been so interesting. So I'm not going to go into a lot of detail now about that. I'll maybe in 1 month give y'all an update, but a couple of things that caused huge glucose spikes. One was I had no sleep one night, and the next morning when I woke up, my glucose levels were really high. So lack of sleep caused my sugar levels to be way off. And then caffeine. So the black coffee at 8 a.m. does spike my glucose. And then I looked at diabetics and caffeine, and they definitely have an issue. Caffeine can spike a diabetic's insulin levels. And for me, it was enough to where, and I think also my ketones went down when I drank caffeine. So caffeine, boop. So what I replaced the coffee with was hot water with a squeeze of a lemon. And my glucose levels have stayed stable. And so I'm starting to replace things that I loved before or was dependent on before, because I'm pretty serious about this. I really want my health. I'm almost 50, so I really want my health to be, I feel like I'm in charge of my health and not like my body is just running away from me. My adrenal glands. The drink that I was drinking that was kind of sweet tasting, wow, that thing made my glucose levels go through the roof. So once you do your alternate day fasting, the other thing was the Keto Mojo is covered by, if you have a medical spending card, because it's a medical device, I purchased one with my medical spending card and it went through. So, and then under Jess's video with Keto Rewind, it was less than $100. So, hope this helped y'all. I love alternate day fasting. There's another fast, OMAD is 1 meal a day. That is my other really favorite fast. Probably if I did this every day, I might do OMAD, but I'm loving alternate day fasting for the weight loss, the inches lost, the results I'm getting so far. So hope y'all love this. Thanks for watching. Can't wait to see you next time. Bye-bye.